What up, Eusebius here, back at it again with another video, and we're gonna be continuing off why I was such a weird fucking kid as a elementary school, middle school, even high school. I was pretty weird, so we're gonna be getting right into that. There were times when I liked to play these tricks that weren't really tricks because they didn't really trick anyone, where I do things like, oh, I can smell this person, or oh, I can hear this, or oh, I can see this, or oh, I saw this. And it's taking a bit of information, the small amount of information I know about a situation. So maybe, for example, somebody sits in this chair, and this has actually happened. So my crush would sit at this desk, and I would come, I'd walk by, and I'd go like, and I'd be like, is this so-and-so's desk? And people would be like, yeah, why? And I'd be like, I can smell them. And that in and of itself is very, very weird. I admit, like, I don't know what was going through my mind at the time. I think I watched one too many messed up shows that I thought that would have been socially acceptable, because obviously it's not fucking socially acceptable. How would you like it if you're just sitting down and some random person comes up to you and all of a sudden they start smelling something? And it's dumb. It's really, really dumb. I also poured every ounce of energy and I applied myself so hard when it came to confessing to someone I like. And she took screenshots, showed it to her classmates, what normal teenager girls do. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but it happens a lot more often than you would expect. But I would pour out my soul into these confessions, and she would just ghost me. And it took a couple months of that, and then she finally gave up and was like, hey, Eusebius, I don't like you. Please stop. And it was even worse because for our middle school, okay, we have May Day, and May Day is where, in very, very, very simplified terms, it's a day where we as a school honor different cultures, and it gets its name May Day because it happens on the first Friday of May, I think it is. I might be wrong about that, but for May Day, for our 8th grade May Day, we did the Kamehameha Waltz. I think is that its name? Yeah, I think that's its name. But it's basically ballroom dancing simplified for little kids to do, and I got paired up with my crush. And you would have expected me to, have already learned that there are certain things that are socially unacceptable, but I was an idiot. I was a big fucking idiot, and I would do things like, when we stop in the middle of practice, I would slap my leg, and people would ask, why are you slapping your leg? I was like, I need to get the blood flow somewhere else. Like, what the fuck? I think about that now and I'm like, what the fuck what was that supposed to mean? It was dumb. And we had a retreat for our religion class, because I went to a Catholic school, and I think that's a big reason why I was such a weird kid. It's that I wasn't exposed to the type of school that a lot of other students are exposed to, and those students quickly adapt to whatever situation they're in because they've had to stick through it. For me, it was different because I didn't have to stick through it. But what was I talking about? I forget what I was talking about. Anyway, so I would do these really stupid things, and I'd do something like, oh, I forgot the name of this person, because I don't know, I just wanted to seem interesting because I didn't know the name of someone. And there was this one time, so when it came to students in the 8th grade at the school that I went to, those students had to clean up the cafeteria, like clean the tables, sweep the floors, and all that. And my crush was in the opposing class to me, so there was 7A and 7B. I was in 7B, my crush was in 7A, and whenever I saw her on that working list, I would put myself into the cafeteria, and the other students would be like, Eusebius, what the hell are you doing? You're not even in our class, much less even assigned to do this work. And I'd be sitting there, I was like, no, I want to join. And I just I wouldn't even interact with my crush. I would just sit in the corner sweeping the same corner for like 15 minutes. It was dumb. It was so dumb. And there's so much more. I think I'll make a part 3, but I gotta get going. So I hope you all enjoyed my very, very weird past. I think I'll be making a part 3. And if you're in an emergency and you need to talk to someone, I have emergency links down below. And I also have my Instagram account. So if you need to talk to me, you can DM me. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Hui ho, malamo pono.